Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Loads of PC and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3 and welcome back to our France campaign. Now, I'm not sure whether or not the politicians would have declared a third French Empire after our victory over the Germans a while ago. But we are steadily progressing. We are building our our proto dreadnoughts, the Iena and the Ocelets. They are proto dreadnoughts because they're not really dreadnoughts as such, but why not? Why not make them at least somewhat early? So we're kind of going to just jump straight into it. Things are kind of progressing fairly nicely, but our scientists are reporting that they have suffered a temporary setback in figuring out the concept of improved design calculations. So not ideal. Japan has ordered a battleship from Germany. Russia is increasing its naval spending, and tensions with Germany has reduced due to our recent war. Now we're making a little bit of money. Something I might do as well is just kind of up the fortifications a little bit. You know, add a couple of 8-inch batteries. The reason why is just simply because it's just one of those things. I just want to make sure that we don't leave ourselves open or make a terrible mistake and end up, getting absolutely smashed, etc. Now, tensions in Germany was increased due to historical enmity, but then also reduced because they're not as strong as us and they don't want a war, which is quite hilarious. So we are actually running out of money a little bit. A little bit of money we're running out of, but it should be fine. We have managed to get hold of blueprints for the CA Rune. This is an armored cruiser. Okay, pretty decent from the Germans there. 4 7-inch guns, 8 6-inch guns, 12 3-inch guns, and a decent amount of armor as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Okay. Now the bigwigs are going to get upset. Because we are spending too much money. So let's do this. A new cruiser from Austria-Hungary has arrived on a goodwill visit, and the press is reporting all of its advanced features. A reporter approaches you for comment. Well, we could take a hit on our prestige and get higher budget. Let us do that. Let's take a little hit. Let's get our budget higher though, so that we can then resume our construction on the Mont Calm. And carry on building these corvettes that we've kind of been slowly building. They're very kind of slow at building. They take a while. Germany has increased naval spending. Britain has increased naval spending. Britain is building a new battleship. Tensions with Germany has increased, and tensions with the USA has decreased. Okay, so the usual sort of stuff. Okay, now it is 1892, which is pretty good. We're just kind of like running through this. Austrian ship, St. George. This is, I think, the one they get at the beginning of the game, so I'm not really too worried by that. The Germans have increased their naval budget again. An unknown nation has stolen industrial techs from us. That's not good. It's really not good. How long are these fortifications going to take? I'm curious. How do I check this again? There we go. Might be built. I don't know. I might have missed them. Japan is hosting an international regatta. Screw it. We'll go for the win. It'll be fine. Again, a lot of ships being placed down. But we'll go for the win and get our prestige back up. And the world economy has recovered after the crisis. I forgot there even was a crisis. Germany has proposed a 5-year security arrangement between our nations. What is our advice on how to respond? We should avoid entanglements that will tie our foreign policy to an irresponsible and dangerous nation. I think we should just stay away from the Germans as much as we can and just kind of keep goading them. Like, keep pushing them to do something stupid and see how it goes, because I think that's always fun. There we go. 8-inch coast battery in Western France. Okay, good. A new hawkish government wants to raise armament expenditures. Strong navy is a guarantee of peace, but it must be coupled with careful diplomacy. As much as we kind of want to push and poke the Germans, we do have to be just a little bit careful and make sure that we don't piss everybody off. But this does give us a load more budget, which does mean we should be able to start building the Austerlitz as well, which is pretty good. So, you know, maybe getting a couple here. How is our research doing? Still pretty slow at the moment. If we go to the almanac, it is saying our technological advancement is average, which is kind of the same as everyone else. Russians do have a pretty hefty navy, I just noticed, but we're still ahead of them. Focus on physical fitness on the CL former has led to combat training being neglected. That's not good. Boom times, windfall and taxes. Now, I think what we should do is we should build railroads to increase long-term prosperity. And we've researched 11-inch guns, but they're not very good. So that's not ideal. Now, we have more ships on the South American west coast than our bases can support. So let's go to the map and let's go to the South American west coast. What do we even have in there? Why is the Chana in here? The Admiral Chana. What is it doing? It's on foreign station. Sure. Why is it there? It shouldn't be. If anywhere, it should be somewhere like the South Pacific with the tag. That is very weird. Let's move it to West Africa. So, move ships. Destination. Go to West Africa. Don't know why it's gone to South America. It's very odd. Okay. Scientists report that they are well on their way to understanding improved shipbuilding steels. That's good. But they are trying to work on destroyers, but they're not doing very well so far. German 3-inch guns are better than ours. The Brits have discovered Harvey armor. And yeah, that was the South American coast ships being weird. Let's expand our docks as well. Always good to keep on the dock expansion. And improves shipbuilding steel, 1% saving on hull. And also a loading mechanism, gradual nation rate of fire improvement. Good. And we've also discovered fleet tactics as a new area. Okay, a little bit of intel reports. The Russians have commissioned a new battleship, which will be ready in almost 2 years. And there is a new cruiser with a belt armor of 2 inches coming from Russia as well. Now, I'm going to design a new armored cruiser. I'm going to make it about 8,500. Before we do this, actually, let's have a look at our current armored cruisers. So type. So our current armored cruisers are about 7,000 tons, 7,500 tons, 20 speed or 20 knots, and they are armed with 6 8-inch guns. Okay. 3.5 belt armor, 4-inch on the turrets, 4-inch on the battery, and 12 5-inch guns. Okay, so let us design a ship. Let us design an armored cruiser. Let's make it 8,500, so an extra 1,000 tons, and let's try to make it also 20 knots minimum. Set it to medium range. Belt, let's go for 4 inches on the belt. The deck armor can have 2.5. Conning tower of 5 turrets, 5 turret top, 2.5, and the second guns also 2. Okay, so let's see. We will have to redesign. Let's put 8-inch guns are probably our best medium caliber. So let's add forward double turret. Let's add a aft double turret. And let's add a port midships. That's a wing node. can't have it centerline annoyingly. Let's go port wing, starboard wing, and then aft wing as well. There's double turrets at the back. They might not let us do it. Let's see. How does our other ship get away with this then? I mean, we can drop it all down to 7 inches, which would make them relatively decent. But it's going to be enough. Okay. Also just looking at our weight, which is a bit of an issue. Secondary guns. So we are a bit overweight. I mean, we can go up to like 9,000. We go down to protected cruiser, it does sort it out, which is fine. And then tertiary guns, let's get a couple of 3-inch guns dotted about the place. Okay. Anything else that we can increase? Maybe not. Let's make sure we got plenty of ammo. Okay. I'm gonna make a bold idea here. I'm actually gonna skip on the use of torpedoes for this. So let us build our superstructure. The line is first. Okay. Joke. So we're going with our crazy sort of designs. Now then, can I have a funnel here and a funnel here? Yes, I can, but I also need to make sure that I set them up right. Which I'm not doing very well here, I must admit. That's a little bit too. Ah! Feels like it's so close, yet it's so far. There we go, that's what we want. Right. Okay, so let us auto place our casemate guns, although again, by the looks of it, not particularly good. So set rest angle. 10. Oh fuck, it's 350. Just so that these guys are slightly sticking out. We got some casemate guns here, which we want to move. Why is it not letting us move it? position. There we go. Bit weird. Bit weird that it wasn't letting me do that, but hey ho. Okay. Oh, we're also going to definitely want to sponsor these as well, because that's always fun. Right, midships wing. Go slightly further here. Again, set rest angle. Can basically be sticking out. Port wing casemate. Let me move you. There we go. Again, now set rest angle 190. There should be port up, port aft wing, which can go. Again, let me move you. Can go over here. There we go. Right. So far, so good. Let us move the gun turret slightly back. And obviously sponsor this as well. Like so. Let's move the aft turret back as well. Port wing ever so slightly in, as well as the aft wing as well. Now, what I could do is just move these slightly further down, and then move these just there. Now, what's the turret arcs? Pretty good coverage, actually. So that's fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. Obviously, let's add some masts. We need masts, obviously. Can't have stuff without it. I swear there's a... Oh, prop guards would always be good. I think I just need to... Okay, and then add visual. Right, let's add some boats, because boats are always useful. Of course, let's mirror, and let's copy. And let's mirror that again. Now, what I could actually do is go into this, make sure this is the same color. That's just another section there. There we go. Okay. Not sure what I'm doing with that, but hey ho. Right. So what else could we add? Anchor. And another mast, I suppose. All right. So what could we get? Jeanne d'Arc, maybe. What else we got? Let's name this the. Why not? The Algae. We can name these after various things. That's fine. And it will take us a few months to do. Okay, cool. So a new heavy cruiser, which, as I say, in theory, should be much better than the ones we've got. because if we look at the other ones, details, it's got thicker deck armor, thicker turret armor. It's got, I should have done a little bit more on the design, but it's fine. The same, more guns, technically, of both sizes. So yeah, so that's pretty chill. Private shipbuilding is expanded at the same time as us also expanding. No, this isn't good. A new Liberal government wants to introduce arms expenditure. Let us reduce tensions, but we will see. The suggested social reforms are vehemently attacked by Conservatives. The proposal is quietly shelved by the Prime Minister. Harvey armor, nice. So we have managed to increase that, and torpedo technology is also being opened up as an avenue of research. All right, so we'll do one more month and see what happens. Once again, another colonial crisis with Germany. Now, let us not necessarily go for the war, but let us increase our budget. And we can see that we've got a load of issues, kind of a lot of nations building ships, in particular the USA. But we also have steel shortages, which has increased the length of time before we get the Iena, which is rather disappointing. So yeah. All right then. So we will leave it here for the time being. Thank you very much for joining us as we build yet another cruiser, expanding our navy. Until next time, have a very, very good day. Please remember to like and subscribe as always. But have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you soon. Bye.